How's it going, guys? It's Brandon. First and foremost, thank you for watching our content. We hope you guys are enjoying it because we're enjoying making it as much as we hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Second of all, this is the first video where Justin and I both have our own mic, and it appears in a couple spots that our mics may have picked each other up. So the audio's going to sound funny in a couple spots. It's going to sound like we turn into robots. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, exactly when it happens. But it's not unlistenable or anything. It's just kind of funny, and I think it happens a couple times throughout the vid. So, yeah, we had a really fun time recording this episode, so I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So, alright, let's get to it. Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
How's it going?
Welcome to another episode of Pokemon Masterclass. We have a fun topic for you guys today.
We do indeed.
We're a little late on this topic.
Vacation and
yeah, Justin was on vacation, and but we had a lot of thoughts about it.
Yeah, we did. We have talked about it ad nauseum in our local group. So
we thought it would be a really fun topic instead of making it an extracurricular. But today we're going to be talking about the Direct. A lot of you probably already have your thoughts, and now it's time for us to finally put our thoughts out on the table. But before we dive into that, Justin, you went on vacation. How'd it go?
It was really nice. Went to Florida with the miss. Went down there and visited her grandmother, and her dad and stepmom were down there on vacation also. So we got to visit everybody and meet her grandma and everything. So that was really fun.
Yep. It's kind of funny because like he went to Florida, and the day you came back, like everything started warming up here in Michigan.
Yeah,
like he brought the sun back with him. So like that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and it was pretty funny. We in the spirit of the nice weather and everything, we ended up recording that. We ended up writing a Sun team. I wrote it while I was actually on vacation.
Yeah.
And then when we got back, you and I did a little bit of play testing on Showdown or whatever, but then we put it on cart and we recorded a video. So link in the description below,
link in the description for some Groudon, some sunny Groudon action.
Sunny Groudon action.
Yep.
We're going to record more with that team. It's a gravity-based team, but the video that we did, it's like sun and gravity, and we got more of the sun use out of it just based on what we were matched up against. But we're definitely record more and get more of the gravity side of that too, spamming those precipice blades.
Yep, it did come into play.
It did.
Yeah, check the video. As far as what I've had going on since we did the last episode.
Yeah, how you been? What you been working on?
I ended up on the Bearded Bananas Twitch live stream. The day that Pyro and Mithra came into Smash.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. So that was really fun.
Another really popular game around our local club.
Yep, and Justin joined too. So yeah, you showed up into the arena.
After I got out of work, I ended up showing up a little late. But yeah, we definitely Pokemon Masterclass featured on that channel. Yeah,
so that was a lot of fun. Check Bearded Bananas out on Twitch and on Facebook. They support us a lot. So. Then the last thing I did was I played in my first disc golf tournament of 2021.
Hey, nice weather. How'd that go?
There was still snow on the course because it's a wooded course.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was doubles.
Was it nice that day?
Oh, it was super nice.
Nice.
It was a doubles tournament, so I had a partner with my brother-in-law, and there was like 39 teams, and we got 7th. So yeah,
that is respectable. We
it
take
wasn't
those.
Bad. Yeah, 19
for the
par.
first tournament of the year. We take those.
Yeah, 1900 par on the day, and it was a fundraiser for like Feeding America. So we brought food.
Beautiful. What a great day.
Yeah, and I think 25 of our $30 pay-in went to Feeding America, and then nobody hit a hole-in-one. There's an ace pool. Like if you hit a hole-in-one in a tournament, then you take that money in the pool.
Yeah.
No one hit it, so we donated that to Feeding America as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was overall a good day. So
even if I would have hit the ace, I probably still would have donated it.
I would have donated half.
I would have donated half.
That's pretty common to like.
It depends on how much the money is. If they give me 100, I'll just donate it. If they give me 1,000, I might keep a little for myself. It depends on the prize pool.
This was a $5 ace pool, and we had 80 people. So what's 5 times 80?
Oh, okay, $160.
No.
Oh,
like
five
times
per
80.
person.
So
sorry,
math.
5 per person.
Yeah. So it was a big pool.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah. So yeah, that was super fun. Glad to be back in the fold. So with that, let's just move right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna talk about Smogon singles stuff. We're gonna kind of skim over it because there's so much.
Well, and because we've got about 3-ish weeks right now. It's about the 10th or 12th of March by the time this video comes out, and we have about 3 weeks left of
this meta, right?
Excuse me, sorry, my brain. I almost said Series 8, but singles. Sorry.
Can't wait for Series 9.
Yeah, so in terms of singles, we have 3 more weeks. April 1st should be the first tier swap of 2021 for Smoke on singles.
Yeah.
So we've only got about 3 more weeks to go. So what they've been doing is the trends lately, and then they've been doing a lot of quick bans and stuff, which we have our own thoughts because they haven't been doing a lot of actual like play testing or what's it call it,
like a suspect test.
They haven't been doing suspect tests on a lot of not all,
yeah,
but a lot of bands they haven't been doing suspect testing. They've been basically putting up to like popular vote on Twitter and then just random polls.
Yeah, surveys. They did surveys.
Yeah, we have our own thoughts about that versus like just popular opinion versus actually putting the work in suspect testing these pokes. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how.
We won't dive too deep into it because we found I think we got our first backlash as a channel when we said that Cinderace wasn't broken. That was the first time we have received any sort of negative. Someone was like, "Which Cinderace is broken," and we were just
and here's the thing. Look, like I said before, if we go out to the ice cream parlor, you're gonna order vanilla. I'm gonna order chocolate. Somebody else orders a twist cone. It doesn't matter. We're all eating ice cream together. We're all playing pokes. We're all having a good time. You love what you love. If you love Cinderace and you want to play Cinderace, go rep Cinderace. If you think that it's broken, go think that it's broken. But people are allowed to have their own opinions.
Yes, and we want to hear your opinions on the channel.
We want to hear your opinions.
Comment. We love to interact.
Our opinion is that Cinderace is very strong, but not broken. And that's our opinion. You might not agree, or you might agree. That's totally fine. Leave it down in the comments. We would love to have these discussions, but everybody's allowed to have their own opinions.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good discussion
very much
in the comments with people.
Yep, so it wasn't like they were being toxic or anything. No. We definitely don't want to. Negative doesn't necessarily mean toxic.
No. So, all right, let's dive right into tier trends.
Yeah, what do we got so far? What's new?
So for tier trends, like I said, we won't spend too much time on these. But rises, we got Curium rising in usage in OU, and this is he was rising a little bit before, but this is kind of the Magearna effect.
That's your train.
Yeah, I've been on this train for a while, but with Magearna gone,
that's a huge obstacle out of the way for this dragon to just drop those
Dracos and freeze
dries all day.
Yep. So you don't have to worry about predicting Mag to come in and click Earth Power. And the Assault Vest Mags would still eat those up.
Would still just tank them for days.
But
it'd be like, what, a 3 or 4 hit KO, right?
Yeah, I think it's 3. But yeah, so he's on the rise. Expect him to keep rising. He's got really good coverage.
I agree. It's definitely not surprising at all.
Nope. Then we got Toxtricity. He is rising. He's just a powerhouse.
Yeah, it's a little weird because when you look at his stats originally, they don't seem like over the top. They don't scream out at you like, wow, this is a premier Pokemon. But it's the fact that he's got the dual stab, really good type with electric and poison that just hits so much for super effective.
Yep.
He's got shift gear to boost his speed. He can run. I personally am a big fan of Scarf. We both have a shift gear set.
Yeah, I don't love shift gear as much.
The physically offensive doesn't hit as hard.
No. The thing with a lot of people run Specs or Scarf.
I like Scarf personally.
Same here.
I run Modest Scarf, and then I've got I like it in doubles too because Overdrive is a spread move.
Yep.
It also boosts off of Punk Rocks because
it's a sound move. Exactly.
Snarl's a great one.
Stab.
I think you have Boom Burst on yours.
I have Boom Burst. So the thing about Toxtricity is once you remove the resistances, so if there's a ground type that you're worried about on the team, or a steel type that resists Boom Burst, if you remove the ground type or the steel type, dude, those Boom Bursts are so free, and there's so much damage.
Boom Burst Throat Spray is an option.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, really good Pokemon.
Yep.
And then we have, this is Arctivish rising in NU. I don't think Hail is banned in RU, is it? And this gets Slush Rush?
This is Slush Rush.
Yep. So it's kind of like filling the void that Arctozolt left.
Yep.
But it's not, I wouldn't say it's as good, but
we do like the Arctivish.
Arctivish is electric.
Yeah.
Electric Ice. This one's Ice Water.
So
this is Vicious Rend.
What's the one's this name? Sorry.
This is Arctovish.
Arctovish.
Yeah,
okay, cool. I get messed up with the fossils this gen with all the... But anyways, so Arctovish, we actually have used it a little bit. The water ice type, like Lapras or Walrein, so we've definitely used pokes similar to it. Now, on Showdown, we've made this set, but we haven't actually spent the ability patch yet in-game.
No.
I've only spent one ability patch on the...
Dialga.
No. On the on the fossils so far.
Oh, the fossils. Yeah,
and that was my Arctozolt.
Yep.
I gave him
this for Sand Rush.
No. My Arctozolt. I gave him Slush Rush.
Slush Rush.
And then I'm saving up right now to make my Dracozolt for Sand Rush.
Yep. So yeah, good mon. Pokemon on the rise.
Yeah, I like seeing those. Let's talk about those for sure. I see a fan favorite right there, number 2 slot.
Yeah. So really quickly, Dragapult. This is something we kind of alluded to when Cinderace and Magearna were gone.
Yep.
We kind of talked about how we thought that
Dragapult
was going to get better.
Absolutely. The lack of the Stab Libero Sucker Punch, the Fairy type to wall, and Steel type to come in and wall in basically everything that he wants to shoot out, other than if you run like a Specs Flamethrower or Fire Blast set.
Yep. Heracross, he's on the rise.
There we go. I love that boy.
There's your boy.
I love this bug.
Yeah. Really just
top 10 favorite.
Offensive powerhouse and
really great abilities. You can do Guts to just absorb those status or run your own Flame Orb.
Yep.
You can run Moxie to self boost. He gets Swords Dance. You can run Scarf. You can
in a Dynamax meta, you get Airstream.
In a Dynamax meta, he gets Airstream with Aerial Ace.
Plus Moxie, so it's kind of like Gyarados.
Yeah, that's a lot of good tech here. The only thing that he's really got to worry about are the opposing flying type moves, because he can actually take fire type moves.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. We got Rotom.
Yeah, we got Rotom and ZU. That I couldn't see that text. So I wasn't sure if that was P or ZU. We haven't played a lot of ZU, but I know he's a very good offensive mon, so I don't really have much to say about that one right now.
Ghost and Electric.
Pokemon Falling. Barraskewda. Not really sure on that one because...
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, Rain is still really good.
I think Barraskewda is still really strong.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not falling by much. But he's just very predictable. I guess that would be the one thing. But I still think even with that predictability, he's very strong. So
I do too.
But
he's got a good move.
He's the kind of Pokemon he's never gonna go below UU. He's always gonna be on that border because as long as Rain exists, he's gonna be there.
He's had a place in the meta. Those really strong Rain boosted Choice Band flip turns.
Yeah, we ran that. Glastrier falling in Arceus. Yeah, he's just not as good in singles. I think without a Trick Room, you could. I still think Assault Vest is like the best set if you want to run. I kind of think Assault Vest horse is just the best horse.
Yeah, it's really strong because because you're not necessarily as reliant on the Trick Room then, because you can be bulky and then still get your hit.
Yeah. And then we got Articuno falling. Not really.
Cancel Articuno dropping a little bit, which is a little surprising.
Not really a surprise that.
No, not for you.
No,
I thought it was actually pretty good in PU. I liked it, especially obviously with boots as a thing.
I think the fact that you have to choose between boots and leftovers almost kind of hurts because like you almost have to run boots now these days.
You have to.
Not having that residual leftovers coming back to you is kind of hard.
Yeah, does he get roost now?
He does get roost. So like it's still possible, but then
and it's just not the greatest typing, is it? Ice is usually never a good defensive typing.
No,
most of the time.
So other Pokemon slightly dropping the ball. We have Hydreigon. That's really interesting.
I like how they made that drop the ball.
Yeah, he's falling. He's falling pretty good.
That's a significant little drop there, and it's surprising because he's always been a premier threat ever since his inception in 5th gen.
You know what I think it is? You know what I personally think it is?
Yeah, what's that?
Choice Scarf Hydreigon is falling out of favor for some reason for the Nasty Plot. And I don't think that's the best way to run Hydreigon. His coverage is so great. Yeah, he's got that kind of weird speed tier.
Yeah.
I think
he's not slow, but he's not premier fast.
And also the rise of Kyurem is probably another reason he's falling.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by those freeze dries, do you?
Yeah.
Or the Dracos. It's really hard to switch in.
So I think people are kind of experimenting with other sets for Hydreigon, and that's kind of causing him to fall. But
yeah, he's like I'm leaning in here just to see the text there. He's dropping by a significant margin. That's you know what I mean. Upwards almost a 13% down to below. You know what I mean, the 9.5 areas. That's a legit little drop over.
That's another Pokemon.
What is that? Think 1 month?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Scarf your Hydreigons, people. I think you'll like the results.
Yeah, I agree.
Go back to what works.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Like, I don't hate the Nasty Plot set, but for me personally, I don't want to touch on this too long, but it feels like to me, in certain situations, I kind of like the Nasty Plot substitute sets, but then again, like you said, you're giving up on that insanely good coverage because Dark Dragon Fire hits a lot for super effective.
And he gets Steel.
I think he gets Earth Power also. So it's one of those things where you're just... he gets Surf.
Fire.
Yeah, so it's... I don't know. The substitute Nasty Plot's a strong set, but it's... You have to build a team around it.
Yeah, I'm not wild about it.
Yeah.
But we got Suicune falling a little bit in RU.
That does surprise me.
That surprises me as well.
I never expected to see Suicune really drop ever out of any singles or doubles. I think Suicune is absolutely invaluable.
I would attribute that to the rise of Toxtricity as well as Xurkitree still seeing some of the most usage in RU.
That's true. So. It depends on what set people are running because a lot of people, especially in singles, are going to be running like some variant of the old Crocoon, so some sort of Calm Mind set. So it's probably more physically defensive in their EV spread, so that's probably why Toxtricity and Xurkitree are running rampant.
Because I feel like, even with a Calm Mind up, you're probably still getting 2-hit KO'd by Overdrive or Thunderbolt from Xurkitree. So.
I agree. In our double set, we've actually been running a max special defense Suicune, and we've been really pleased with its defensive capabilities. So maybe that's just something to try out a little bit. Is definitely don't sleep on the Suicune. Maybe just try a couple of different sets. You don't have to go Calm Mind, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yep. Then we got Ditto falling in Ubers. Ditto's kind of whatever. He always
he bounces.
He's like the quintessential wild card.
He's a good wild card for basically any tier that we've actually done quite a bit of Ditto. Testing. What was that in your NU box?
I was in PU or NU, and I won so many games.
Many games because I would set up whether it was a Quiver Dance or whatever, and then okay, this Ditto's going to come in and do X amount, and then I can and then it actually did more than I thought it would, and the ability to you can't set as your opponent against a Ditto. It's so hard for you because it's that risk of I don't want to say you can't set up, but it's so risky to set up.
Yeah,
because he could just come in with that Scarf. Always outspeed you and have whatever boost you. So if you Quiver Dance or Swords Dance, he's just going to come in and just slap you back before you get to.
Yep. So we're going to move on to the next subject, and we're going to move through these quickly. We may do an extracurricular on some of these more in-depth. If you guys want to see that, then please let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to see a little bit more of a deep dive on any of these topics that we maybe skim over a little bit.
Yep. So Mienshao got banned out of NU.
Sad day.
Yeah, he got banned out of NU.
I love Sleeve so much. We have a deep-seated passion for Mienshao in our gaming group.
It's just the combination of close combat, drain punch, fake out, knockoff, plus regenerator.
U-turn.
It was just too much.
Yeah. There's so... It's got a 5-slot syndrome a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Because you want the close combat, but the drain punch with a life orb... Again, with the regenerator, it's not necessary, but it does come in really handy. We've actually won games off of the drain punch sap.
Yep.
And the fake out is so strong. Mienshao's fake outs with a life orb actually really, really hurt. It reminds me of the Rillaboom fake outs in OU. They're actually chunking people down to a quarter or half, depending on the poke.
So this came off of a survey. I'm not surprised about this one though, because I had heard ramblings about Mienshao being a problem in NU.
Again, we're not a big fan of the survey ban. We would rather see the suspect test and actually go through the steps of grinding it out and actually quote unquote proving that a Pokemon. But again, with that being said, we do as a brand we do agree that Mienshao is pretty strong in NU, and we're okay with it being banned up to essentially RU.
Yep. So I also did a video on Mienshao, sort of. I did a little NU special, so we'll link that in the description as well.
It was the sock video.
Yeah. Trying to find a new fighting type for NU, so check that out if you guys would like that.
Yeah, we had quite a few discussions of the fact that there's no fighting types currently listed in the NU tier.
Yep.
There's not a single fighting type.
They all got banned.
They all either got banned or you have to drop down to the PUBL or PU itself. So we were actually discussing amongst our gaming group a couple days ago, whether you bring up one of the Hitmon, Sock, Throw, we were discussing different options, and that's where that soft video came out of.
Yep. So check that one out.
Yeah, link in the description. And let us know what you think about any Premier Fighting type, or the lack thereof, and what fighting types have you been using to substitute in NU over the past couple of weeks?
Yep. So moving on to the next piece of NU news, we're suspect testing Cresselia.
Ooh.
This is not a surprise because Pangoro was banned.
Yep.
As
We actually talked about that.
Yeah, that's the biggest one is Pangoro was banned, so that knockoff is gone. As well as
Stab Iron Fist knockoff.
Mienshao.
Oh wait, no, is Iron Fist?
I don't think knockoff. Yeah, no, it's just, but it's stab.
Yeah.
Mienshao had knockoff as well, but it's not as impactful as Pangoro's. So now there's limited things to check this set, and the fact that it gets stored power in this gen is pushing it over the edge.
It's really bulky, and it can set up and do a lot of damage, like you said with the Calm Mind Sword power.
Yep.
Because it's just so bulky that it allows it to set up like that, and there's not much in the tier that could have stopped it.
Yeah, we're running out of things. Yeah.
I feel like in RU there might be, it's still going to be good, but not as oppressive.
Yeah. I'd kind of maybe expected to get banned. So yeah. Moving on to RU.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Galarian Slowbro got banned.
Oh, the quick draw.
Yeah, they're basically saying that Regenerator was broken, and they're also saying that it fishes for cheesy wins between Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, or Calm Mind / Nasty Plot, and Quick Claw.
Quick Claw plus the quick draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is that, like a 48%
Yeah,
chance?
it's 44 to 48 or something like that of going first.
I mean, we've used Quick Claw a bunch, especially whenever we do the Dynamax Adventure raids, when we're trying to get some legendaries or get some Dynite, and like, it's kind of funny. The last time we used it, it was legitimately 50 or 60% Quick Claw, like every turn it felt like. And so we were making a joke like then, like, oh, see, this is why I got banned, because it's broken. I don't have as much experience. You've actually run this set, so what do you think about the Quick Draw, Quick Claw?
I've never got the Quick Claw to pop for me.
No,
never once.
Not once. I mean, we are playing RNG, and that's why I asked you.
Yeah. So, this one kind of came out of nowhere, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one.
It did come out of nowhere, didn't it? I was actually thinking, on vacation, you messaged me like, hey, look,
yeah, just out of nowhere, it just got quick banned.
Yep.
So I'm really curious to see. This thread is closed for replies. I haven't seen a lot of talk about this one, so I want to hear your guys'
the radar.
I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this ban. Whether you think it was justifiable
or
not.
Real quick, TLDR, what do you think about it?
I don't like it. I don't like the ban. I don't like that it just kind of came out of nowhere.
So legally speaking, he's essentially UU.
He's UU now. So
I don't like him up there.
No, because Slowbro is so much better. Like, this is you definitely take on a more offensive role with this.
Yep.
And
I feel like it had a place in RU.
Yeah, I do too. So
I don't know.
My opinion, I'm not a big fan.
We're gonna have to test it out a little, but on initial response, I would agree. Our brand, I think, we're like, oh, we're a little sad about that one.
Yeah.
Because he's a cool poke.
Yeah, he is. Next one, Zydog is being suspect tested. Also,
so he's not banned yet.
Not banned yet.
Okay. How do you feel about that? I personally like this Zydog.
I do. But it's so hard because
it's a tough situation to be.
The choice banded combination of extreme speed and 1,000 arrows is like impossible to switch into.
It's really good.
Yeah. So if you don't have like an Ice Shard user, it's tough because he can
prevalent. In
you can't switch in with a flying type on 1,000 arrows. So yeah, it really doesn't have any switch-ins. I like it in RU,
especially if you're banking on like one of your Rotoms.
Exactly.
That's a big one because all those Rotoms are going to be weak to that 1,000 arrows also.
Yep. So I could see it working in UU. I do ultimately think it will get banned.
You think so?
I think so.
I think that it will stay RU.
I hope you're right.
And I think I'm biased, obviously. I think it deserves to be RU, but if it went up to BL and essentially UU, I would not be surprised, and I wouldn't hate it. I could understand both sides of the conversation.
Yep. Moving on to the next one.
Yeah, what do we got, sir?
We have...
Ooh, the big guy.
Teriyaki
himself.
Teriyaki got banned out of UU.
I have a little bit of thoughts on this. If you
want. Go for it.
I love Terrakion, and I especially am in love... Like, I want to marry Banded Terrakion. Wow, does that thing... Like, if you need something gone, this is the Mon to do it. He will explode something. Obviously, you have to get the prediction right and the read right, and you have to play around his speed tier then. I run Adamant Banded.
Okay.
I want to point, click, delete. I will say... there's some cool things that you can run with him, and obviously in doubles you have the Justified set.
Yeah, we can switch in on knockoffs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
in singles.
so for singles, there's definitely some play with the Justified, but for me, it's the speed tier that I play around the most. Again, because I'm not running Scarf, I'm not running Jolly. That's my personal opinion. If you play around the speed tier, and you have to get the prediction right because you're choice banded, so you're locked into your move. But outside of that, it's actually pretty free to just kind of point, click, delete. So, okay, do I think that it's ban worthy? Do I think that it's OU versus UU? Essentially, I think if I had to, if I really had to put my coin down on one or the other, I would say UU. I think it is viable in OU, but I do
as well.
I don't think it's going to be like if it was OU only, I don't think we're going to see as much oomph out of the poke as if it was UU and OU, and you could use it in both tiers.
I think it'll be good in OU because of the prevalence of Zapdos. Like you can't switch in Zapdos, Moltres, even Ferrothorn's going to get 2-hit KO'd by Choice Banded Terrakion.
Togekiss.
Yeah. So
the thing you have to watch out for in OU, a big check to this in OU would be Boomer.
Yes.
Rillaboom is going to be a big deal, but he might also do really good damage. He might be a really good check to, depending on the item, Heatran.
Yes.
This could be a good Heatran and Melmetal check too.
Yep.
So I really, again, if I had my vote, I would keep it in UU, but I could see both sides of the argument.
Yep. So
he is my favorite of the Justice trio.
Yeah,
Terrakion is my favorite.
So the last few that we have, and we won't really talk about that much, is we've got Victini got banned out of UU.
It did. So now Victini is officially OU. So no more V creates anywhere except for OU. We don't have a Victini, either one of us, on cart at the moment.
Yeah, but we know from 5th gen that V create is really strong.
And we have used it on Showdown, either against or with it.
Yep. Aegislash is being retested in UU.
Retested again. So right now it is UU currently, right?
It's UUBL.
Oh, it is BL right now.
With Victini gone, I don't think it will go back. I don't think it'll go back to UU.
Really? Because that was one of the...
Because of V-Create.
Gotcha.
Because V-Create's gone, I think some
So you think that we're going to see Aegislash and Victini in OU?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I'd venture to say.
I would love to see Aegislash in UU, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm a little biased. I've never got Aegislash to... Not never, but it's always been a tough one for me because he's got good coverage, but at the same time, I want Swords Dance and King Shield.
Yeah,
So it's one of those 5-slot syndromes for me.
Yep.
It's a little tricky.
Yep. Cinderace is being suspect tested in national decks. Nobody likes Cinderace anywhere. And then Shadow Tag is being
poor bunny.
Shadow Tag's being suspect tested in Ubers. Nobody likes losing to Wobbuffet.
Yeah, I think that's silly. Uber should be the place where you could definitely pull off that jankery, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. But
I don't think Shadow Tag should be banned. But again, we don't play Ubers that much, and it's not a premier tier, so it's not like it matters a whole lot. But
yeah.
When we do play Ubers, yeah, we have used Wobbuffet, and it's kind of fun to wow, Wobbuffet's actually good up here.
Yeah,
and now
fun.
they're kind of taking one of those tools away. I don't know, it's unfortunate, but it's not.
Wobbuffet usage is going to go to 0.001.
Yep, very much.
So, moving on to PokeProjects.
Yeah,
Justin,
what have we been working on so far? Oh, okay, so
why don't you talk about what you've been working on for a very long time?
I've been drawing.
As you can see, Justin's been drawing.
I've been working on a bunch of artwork for the channel, or for the the brand, so to speak. Been working on thumbnails and avatar pictures for both Brandon and I. So this is our new thumbnail. We just got it done. Got the shadows, the highlights, everything all set. So this is obviously Brandon is over in the red and me in the green. As you can tell, he's got his red hat. I've got my beanie. You can obviously tell which one's which, and we got our master balls there and ready to go.
Yep. Expect to see this everywhere.
Yeah, so this is going to be our new logo. So in the bottom left-hand corner of all of our videos, instead of just the Pokemon Masterclass with the Master Ball, you're also going to now see our avatars.
Yep.
We've got another...
Depending if we can fit them in there.
Yeah,
depending.
We've got another one of each, Brandon and myself. Avatars that are more, these are like the action poses. I've got another one set up right now that's more of just like the stagnant, standing still kind of chill pose. Those will also be used. And then we've also got a picture coming up in that with Brandon's so essentially if this was the anime, if we're in Pokemon Journeys or something,
Yeah.
what would your team or what would your squad look like?
Yep.
What would your favorites look like? So I drew up Brandon with his Abra and Dratini and Scyther and all of his favorites, right? And I did the same thing with me, with Trico and Chimchar and Flygon and all of my favorites. So we'll have those artwork out too, and then it's just for not necessarily for thumbnails. It's just a lot of fun avatar artwork that we can use throughout the channel, and you guys can kind of see if we were in the anime, this is what we would look like.
Yep.
So there you go.
And then last thing from PokeProjects before we move on to our main subject is, Justin, this has been something you've been working on for a long time as well. We're going to have a video out either today or tomorrow.
It's a group project.
About we're going to have 10 rental codes for you guys for Series 8 teams, and those rental codes are probably they're going to run through April, you think?
Yeah, well, for sure they're going to run through the month of March, and then we're probably going to have new codes for April.
We'll see. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do all that, but at the very least,
I've got more teams that I want to share, so we'll for sure have a couple new ones for April.
Yeah, if maybe we'll have 5 new ones from his game. I just can't wait for Series 9.
Yeah,
that's just me personally. I'm not wild about Series 8.
When we came into Series 8, I was a little hesitant because of the Ubers, and he was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Let's do it."
And now it's basically the exact opposite. He's ready for Series 9, and I'm actually having a lot of fun.
I'm so sick of Series 8. I think I'm the minority, but I am so sick of it, dude.
You're sick of Kyogres?
I'm sick of weakness policy Fatmons.
Yep.
So anyway, expect that from us.
Very soon. This will be all of our rental codes, and again, be 5 from his account, 5 from mine, so it'll be the 10 from the brand that we'll be sharing that you can use, and these are the teams that we have used to climb up to Master Ball.
Yep. So these are going to run at least through March. Some of them might run through April.
Absolutely.
They might all run through April. We'll see.
Absolutely. So, and we'll keep updated here. Yeah. If and when we switch codes out, we will let you know ahead of time, like, hey,
check our Facebook.
Get your codes now because they're about to be gone, kind of thing. If and when, that'll be how we do it.
So we're going to move on to the main subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the first thing in the main topic today, we're talking about Pokemon Snap.
We are. We're going to cover the Direct. So obviously, if you're in the Pokemon world, you've probably already seen this Direct 100 times like us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gorgeous things to talk about. Now, obviously, Pokemon Snap, it looks absolutely stunning.
The aesthetic of this is amazing. Just look at this stuff.
I love how gorgeous this looks. Look at those Bufalon. Look at the Vivian or whatever flying up there.
Yeah.
Your trainer looks nice. Look at that Stoutland.
Some Akamaru action.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. There was one little drawback for us upon this reveal.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
The rail system that it's on, I feel like in 2021, this needs to be open world.
Yes. Oh, look at my Grookey!
That was the one thing I think that kind of drew us both back a little bit.
It did. We were kind of hoping that we weren't going to be on a rail system. We were hoping that it was going to be a little bit more open world and maybe just be able to explore. It's okay if it's a little linear, but we wanted to be able to just kind of walk around it. But I mean, it is paying homage to the original. The original were always on the rail system, so I guess it makes sense. It might be a little divisive that, our opinion is that we don't want the rail system, but hey, it is what it is.
It's got cool new features, like I think the show here, like you can make Pokemon glow and stuff like that. And one thing that I do like about this game is there's like a scoring system.
Yeah.
Like your pictures get rated, so here's the glowing thing. So you get rated like a star rating, and you get certain points for like if you catch a Pokemon in a certain pose. Like they show a Venusaur here. At some point he's like jumping into the water. Yeah, like right here.
Boom!
And then like you take the picture.
Yeah.
And you get points for it, and it's got a rating. Like
because you got a really awesome pose or something. That's cool. Really neat.
Yeah, and I'm really excited because they have this like sharing feature where you can share these pictures on the internet.
Yep.
I'm really excited to see like some of the crazy
look
pictures.
at my Apom! I love seeing this because it gives a lot more agency to the fact that these Pokemon are living creatures in the world. So we get a lot more kind of character development, so to speak, even though the Pokes don't talk.
Yeah, see, they got this photo editing stuff like that.
That's fun.
It is. It's super fun. It's
especially
really cool.
for you. You've got a couple of little ones at home, so you definitely want to probably pick this up for them, if nothing else.
Yeah. So this one might be in our house. It does look super fun.
My girl was definitely interested in this. This is definitely right up her alley.
Yep. So like I said, The only drawback I would say is the
rail
rail.
system.
So,
but fortunately for us, for those of you that might be in the same boat as us, that you're like, oh, I was hoping for something a little bit more open world. Luckily, they did reveal something else in the direct for us.
Yes, sir, they did. We got Pokemon Legends Arceus. This is the game that we have been kind of, I mean, it's
hopefully,
early. It's early.
Knock on wood.
But this is kind of like the game that we've been dreaming about for
our
a long time, right?
Yeah, it's very, and honestly, I hope that it's reminiscent of, what's that third-party game that those people are creating that's like this?
I don't remember.
Is it
Pokemon related?
Yeah, it's the Pokemon one where they have like the shovel butt and the...
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't remember.
It's basically Pokemon. It's a third-party game that's coming out right now, and we'll probably go in and post editing and have like the name of it on the screen right now as we talk. But once we actually go look,
was it Pokemon? Oh, it was a Pokemon game.
It's not Pokemon.
Temtem?
No, it's not Temtem. It's like that though. It's the one that's still in development that Doug and I were, and we're.
Oh, I remember. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. But either way, back to Arceus.
So as we see right here, this is just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's. You literally throw the Pokeball.
Yep.
And
it's like an open world. You're walking up here.
That's a terrible frame rate for that.
Yeah,
for that or whatever that was. But it looks like the turn-based battle style is still in place because
it does look like that.
It'll show that you.
Unfortunately, what I would always have dreamed of is to have like a
all three of I started with all three of these Pokemon.
That's so funny.
It's gonna be so hard for me to choose.
It's so funny. I'm probably gonna choose Cyndaquil.
I'll probably go Oshawott. He's the cutest starter.
I'm the grass guy, but I don't love that owl. I like him, but I don't love him.
That's why.
I don't love any of the 7th gen starters. I like them, but I don't love them.
Yeah, I really like Decidueye. But, yeah, so it looks like the turn-based style battling is still in there somehow. Obviously, and this is a prequel to Diamond and Pearl, so this is obviously Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, so this is like a feudal Sinnoh kind of world that you're living in, like feudal Japan, but Sinnoh.
Yep, so a lot of speculation still to be had, and we might do an extracurricular on this game.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So obviously the big points here is we think that it's open world.
Yes.
You can just walk up to pokes and just throw a Pokeball at them. That's how you start an interaction, which is beautiful. Got a gorgeous aesthetic here. I love how it looks.
One thing I want to know, I think anything on Switch will be Pokemon Home compatible.
I think so too. I hope so.
So between this and the next game that we're about to talk about, I think this is how we are going to fill our Pokedex and Sword and Shield.
So you think our Pokedex is going to be completely filled maybe by the end of 2021 or 2022?
Yep, by the time these release, I think this is what's going to fill the Pokedex. So
no more, other than maybe a few random legendaries.
Yeah, like some mythicals and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess that's going to bring us to our next game.
Yeah, this is obviously the biggest reveal of the day of the direct. What do we got here?
You wanted it for so long, and you finally got it.
They're here.
Diamond and Pearl remakes.
All right, so first thing we got to talk about is obviously when they started this trailer off, we knew exactly what it was because they showed the DS.
Yeah, we instantly knew.
And then they showed the Sinnoh trainer, dude.
Yep.
So before they even showed the Piplup, we knew exactly what it was.
Yep.
But what they're actually showing us here is the old school DS and the old school Diamond and Pearl gameplay. So now we get to see this new chibi style kind of animation. Basically, they took that Game Boy or DS style and just upgraded it as is, copy paste into this new format. They did not make it an open world or 3D kind of style the way that Sword and Shield is. It's very much an updated version of a Game Boy game. Or that Game Boy style where it very much looks like just a new age version of those old handheld Pokemon games that we grew up with.
So we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
You want my thoughts on the chibi art style first?
Absolutely. Aesthetics are a big deal for us.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine, too.
I think there's a lot of overreaction to the chibi art style. In my personal opinion, I think there's a lot of overreaction.
I got to start with one thing. Were you surprised with the aesthetic style that they went with, or were you expecting something more along the lines of Sword and Shield?
I was expecting something more along the lines of Sword and Shield.
So was I. And I think the global population was as well.
Yeah.
I think that might be where some of the negativity is coming from out there online. If you hear any about the aesthetics.
I haven't seen anyone praise the chibi art style. I've seen everyone hate on it.
I think it's because they were so used to what we have for Sword and Shield, and they wanted the next step. And it feels like they did a step backwards instead of a step forwards.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of people are a little upset about.
Artistically.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine because of what it is. It's supposed to be
they use the word faithful a lot.
Yes.
It's faithful to the original.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine because, like, yes, we wanted something updated and a little different, but this is the experience that you had playing this game the first time.
Yep.
And this is just a nice, cool reskin.
Clean, reskin, updated version.
I don't think that's a big deal.
You've never actually played Diamond and Pearl.
Nope,
we started competitive in 4th gen, but you didn't actually play the 4th gen game.
Yeah, we started on Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So this will be a new experience for me.
Are you excited about playing through Sinnoh?
Yeah, I am. I'm super excited. And
what starter are you going to start with?
I'm starting with Piplup.
Piplup?
Yeah.
That's your favorite out of Sinnoh?
Always starting with, yeah.
So obviously I'm the grass starter usually, and I love Turtwig. He's adorable. But I cannot pass up. If there's one thing I love more than grass types, it's monkeys.
Yeah.
So Chimchar is probably my second favorite Pokemon of all time behind Trico. I can't, like, he's my number 2 of all time.
I don't ever really stick to one archetype for starter. Well, I mean, if I had to stick to an archetype, it's either just what interests me or what's cute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
my
whatever.
starters are usually grass and then secondary fire.
Yep. I always choose them when I see the leaked images. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to start with this. Like, I before I know its name, before I know its ability, before I know its stats, so I'm starting with this Pokemon.
Yeah, Oshawott pretty adorable.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's the most adorable starter to grace this game.
Ooh, right there, we just saw Starly. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit real quick about a couple of pokes that we might be basically, I mean, like you said, we are all assuming that any game coming out to the Switch will be home, especially this.
Yeah.
Above all else. The Arceus, I'm not sure. Snap, I'm not sure. But Diamond and Pearl remakes, I absolutely 110% believe that they will be home compatible, which means, so if we catch a Chimchar here, you'll just be able to
I think we're going to get a Sword and Shield update.
And put them into Sword and Shield, and then Sword and Shield will be the hub for our competitive battling. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or I might have got it backwards. But anyways, this new Diamond and Pearl remakes will be a fun alternative thing. You'll be able to battle, but I still think the main 8th gen competitive hub will be Sword and Shield.
Yep, and I wanted to mention that as well. I've seen videos of people like, oh, is this what, or was VGC moving on to this, or Arceus? I don't think VGC is going anywhere.
I don't think so either.
I don't think, like I said, I think this is barely even an extension of 8th gen. Like, I don't feel like this is the same vein as Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Boras. It's a different engine.
It's a different engine. It's created by a different company. This is created by the same people.
Because Game Freak was working on Arceus.
Yep. So Game Freak has made Sword and Shield, and then they made Arceus. So this is actually made by the people who made the original Diamond and Pearl.
Yep. So I don't expect
that's probably why it's so faithful to the original game in terms of like the linear kind of function of like even the viewpoint of like it looks like you're looking at an old school game, the top-down view style and everything. It's because it's made by those people, so it really is a faithful recreation of that experience.
Which I'm excited about.
I'm excited too. I really am. I'm there's not much negativity here.
Yeah.
So obviously we saw Starly. Yeah. So Star Raptor coming back into the competitive meta.
I got 3 pokes. You want to rattle yours off first?
Yeah.
You get 3 or whatever.
Yeah. So obviously we already talked about it. We did an extracurricular on this.
Yeah, we did. And I also decided to choose Pokemon that did not.
So obviously my honorable mention is going to be my Infernape. Like that's first and foremost. We already know it's 100% guaranteed to be in. It's a starter. It's in the trailer. We know it's going to be in.
Yep.
Another one that I want to talk about that I'm really excited for is the Floatzel. So
I almost put Floatzel on the list, but I was like, I think Justin's going to talk about Floatzel.
I love Floatzel. Choice Banded Aquajet. Floatzel is a great Pokemon in lower tiers. Pokemon. So I hope it gets flip turn this gen.
Oh, that'd be so
That would be
sick,
so dope. So yeah, Floatzel's a great one. Oh, there's the Starly again. And then another big one, obviously for me, the lowest hanging fruit. I think we've already talked about it a bunch, but obviously Apom/Ambipom.
Yeah, we did touch on that. That stab fake out is really fast, so you can like fake out and U-turn out. If I was double hit, you run double hit on yours?
I do. I absolutely run the double hit because it gets the Technician and stab.
Yeah. So yeah.
If I was to mention one more poke that I haven't talked about before, that I want in, we have not got confirmed yet. It'd be Teddiursa and Ursa Ring. I love that bear. He's great.
Pooh Bear.
Tangled Feet and Toxic Orb. Woo, that thing.
With Facade.
With Facade and Sword Dance. Yeah, man, can that thing sweep.
For me, I'm really excited for Empoleon. Not for a competitive reason, not really. But now that I'm thinking about, like, in a Dynamax meta, being able to do max stab, max steel spike,
He
and
can
then
airstream.
and you can airstream. You can set up geysers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually think he might be a really good.
I think it's
Dynamax
going to be
Pokemon.
really fun. I think Empoleon is going to be insanely powerful.
Yeah.
I think he's going
I
to be.
think he gets
very-
Ice Shard, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and I'm also super excited to see like what kind of moves they give him coming in. Like Steel Roller, if they give him
Flip turn.
that, like Flip Turn, like flip
Yeah.
turn. If they give him Steel Roller, whatever, I probably.
Or if
won't
they
do
gave him
that.
Triple Axle, that'd be dope.
Oh, Triple Axle would be sick too. So yeah,
There's a lot of fun.
I'm excited for him.
potentials.
I'm
He
excited
could
for
get
him.
Meteor Beam.
Meteor
That
Beam.
would be insanely cool.
Yeah, and I think you can run physical and special on
You
him.
can.
So yeah, I'm super excited for Empoleon.
Empoleon's going to be a great pick. What else you got?
Hariyama.
Yeah.
this
Hoenn
is-
Wrap. There we go.
Yep, I used a lot of Hariyama back in the day.
Bullet
and
Punch, Close Combat,
He always did
Knockoff,
so-
Fake Out.
Yep, that was exactly my set. And then you could like sub.
It's almost like I fought that once or twice in my life. That thing had so wept.
Yeah, I've endgamed a lot with Hariyama in like
He's so
the lower
good.
tiers. Yeah,
Well, especially with thick fat and that base HP, like he can live.
yeah,
Even with the close combat drops.
Yep.
He's still tanky.
yep. So I'm really excited to hopefully have him back. Like I said, because you said he's a third gen Pokemon, but I think between Arceus and Diamond
Yeah.
and Pearl,
We
I
are
think the
predicting that
Pokedex
we're
is
going
going
to
to
get
get filled.
basically every normal poke filled in. Like, maybe Marshadow or Darkrai or Deoxys doesn't get in.
Yeah,
But, like, all the regular. Like, we're going to see Mightyena and Chimecho and Ursaring.
yeah.
and,
That's our early predictions.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that. So then that also is brings me to my next one. You mentioned Darkrai. Aesthetically, I just love Darkrai. Like,
Darkrai's cool.
it sucks that they nerfed
So you
his.
want to see him come back?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is a this is a Sinnoh remake, so there's very good possibility because obviously that's where he was introduced.
Yeah, yeah. So it really sucks that they nerfed his signature sleep move from like 100% accuracy to 50.
Yeah.
So it's like
Gravity.
it's just hypnosis. But yeah, you got things like gravity and stuff like that. So
Sweet Scent.
I'm mostly excited for him from an aesthetics
Yep.
standpoint. He just looks cool, and that honestly just goes as far as like a Pokemon being competitively
Want to give
viable.
one honorable mention to the bird?
What's that?
Wanna give
Starly?
one?
Yeah,
Staraptor?
Staraptor. Yeah.
I mean, that's the OG Big Bird before
Corviknight, right?
Before Corviknight, before Ameribird, before anything.
Talonflame.
Before Talonflame. Like,
Yeah.
this was the original premier, holy cow, this thing's strong bird.
Yeah, those really strong close combats.
Intimidate.
He was like the first bird to get close combat.
Yep,
wasn't
he's
he?
got Close Combat, Brave Bird with Intimidate. Like, that's a new Intimidate user in the meta is going to be really big because, obviously, especially for VGC, 99% of the time you're going to see either Incineroar and or Landorus.
Yeah.
So to be able to give a different option for VGC, like we've already been experimenting with things like Crocodile and what's your dog?
Stoutland, yeah.
So we have, but being able to bring in a very premier and historically a premier Intimidate user in Staraptor.
Yep. Is there anything else you wanted to say about it? Like,
No, so basically,
I felt like I had a lot to say.
I love.
But then I just kind of like gushed really quickly about everything I wanted to say. I'm excited.
We
I'm
are excited. We're day one. We're gonna be buying this.
Yes.
What version are you interested in buying? Brilliant Diamond, or the Shining Pearl?
Are the legendaries game specific?
Yes. Me personally, I'm gonna be going for Brilliant Diamond. I want the
Is it
Dialga.
Dialga?
Yep.
Then I'll probably just get Pearl.
Probably get
Honestly,
Pearl.
just like to fill in the gaps from
Fill
your
in the
game.
gaps, yeah,
I don't have
for
anything
sure.
against Palkia. Like just because it's not as good in VGC.
No, I just like Dialga better, especially because the shiny form's like almost green, basically.
Yeah.
So, but no, I
don't
really
hate
like
Palkia.
Yep.
I got nothing against Palkia. I
I'm
think
excited
he's
for
a
this
good
game a
Pokemon.
lot. I really hope that, I my biggest wish list here is that, like you said, the normal Pokedex, the normal version of the National Dex gets filled in completely.
Yeah.
If they want to fill in things like Deoxys, I mean, I love Deoxys. I'll take that too. But or Darkrai,
Yeah.
or Marshadow, whoever. But the regular pokes, I think, should all get filled in.
Yeah.
I think that
I
would be
think so, too.
insanely cool to have, like, this time next year, to have a full 8th gen roster of competitive on Sword and Shield. Obviously, be able to transfer and trade over.
Yeah.
To be able to see those sprites on Sword and Shield would be really cool. To be able to battle with those, that's what I'm excited for the
Yep,
most.
same here. Missed a lot of these Pokemon, so.
Yeah. Oh, there it was.
Yeah.
There's Ambipom. I didn't see it till just now. He is confirmed.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My monkey. I didn't. Hey, sorry. That's a live reaction. You get to. I just now saw.
Candid reaction. Yeah, we almost. If I wasn't in a car when I watched that,
Yeah.
I was gonna do a live reaction video.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
You were waiting
but-
at the doctor, new babies, and
Yeah, my wife was getting a haircut.
the haircut.
I was
Gotcha.
hanging out in the van with the baby.
Gotcha. That's what it was.
So yeah,
No, we're really excited. I would honestly say out of everything out of the direct, I'm most excited for the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. What about yourself?
Same.
Same?
I did want to ask you: are you going to get Arceus? Like, it's probably too early to tell.
It's
but-
too early to... As it stands right now, I definitely have it in the yes column. Like,
Same here.
as it stands right now, based on what we know, I'm probably going to get it. We just don't know that much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, but based on what we've seen, it looks pretty cool.
The aesthetics is great, and I love Cyndaquil. Like, obviously, just words cannot describe how much I love Chikorita and Bayleaf and Meganium. But it's anything in the first 3 gens, it pulls on our heartstrings. We're 90s babies, so that's literally our childhood.
Yeah, I'm a Kanto purist. I was really sad when
Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn.
Wolfie put out a poll on YouTube. It was like, which gen do you think is the
These
most
kids
overrated?
nowadays don't
It was like
understand.
80% of people thought Gen 1 was overrated. I was like, guys.
It's probably because they did Let's Go and then Pokemon Go. It's just everything's Kanto.
That really,
I don't personally
that really
feel,
hurt me to see.
I don't feel it because we're 90s babies. We love Kanto.
Yeah.
But for me personally, obviously, I'm the Hoenn rep. He's the Kanto rep. But Hoenn, Johto, and Kanto, in my opinion, those are the 3. Like, maybe it's just our bias from being kids when those came out, but those are the best.
I just want to say that you should enjoy what you have because you wouldn't have it without red,
Kanto.
blue, and green.
Yep.
So that's all I've got to say for this week, I'd say.
No, I think that was great. That pretty much covered everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? So obviously in the
Hit us
direct,
up in the comments.
what are you most excited for? Is it Pokemon Snap? Is it Pokemon Arceus? Or is it the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes? If you are hyped about any of these things in the direct, what or why are you hyped? What is it that makes you hyped? If you're a little bit disappointed, why? Tell us about it. What would you have liked to see instead? What about it made you disappointed? And what would you have liked to see instead that maybe would have turned it from disappointment to happiness for you?
Also, I want your opinions on the Post Malone thing.
I did not watch it.
I watched it. It wasn't bad, but Post Malone looked kind of scary. Like everything else around him.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I've seen some memes from it.
Yeah, like everything else, like the Pokemon were done like perfectly, but then like Post Malone moved around in this really weird animatronic way.
Yeah,
like
it
I don't know,
was a little
kinda funny.
strange,
Yeah.
a little cringe.
It was weird, but I mean, I like Post Malone, so but at the same time, I was like, oh man, they're murdering my boy here.
They're forcing it.
Yeah. So I think that's all we've got today. We hit on a lot of good subjects, and we did it in a pretty good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, hit the bell. We're going to be posting a lot more stuff. We've been spending a lot of time trying to get this rental code video done.
Yeah, we've been putting a lot of work in on these, like, the art drawings for the thumbnails and rental codes, and we've been doing a lot of Showdown and like off-camera kind of practice.
There's been a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. And
well, we want to make sure that we're putting out not just theory-crafted codes for these 10, but we want to make sure that we're putting out, like, we've tested these teams both on Cart and on Showdown. We've made changes. Hey, maybe Protect is better there. Maybe take off the Choice Scarf and add Focus Sash.
Yeah, we want to put teams in your hands that are
tested,
at least decent.
Yeah. It's not just
these aren't teams that were like,
these
oh, this
are
would
not
be cool.
just theory crafted.
Yeah. So, expect us to get back on the 2 to 3 day upload schedule. We've had a lot of things planned. I'm going to be doing another how to use guide for Pokemon, maybe a couple more. I already have one lined up.
Yeah, we have about 6 or 7 set.
You've got a bunch. We
got between the two of us, we have probably 7 to 10 set guides that are ready to be.
So
we're going to next month.
We're going to expand on that series a lot.
Yep.
We'll be doing more Showdown.
And we also have a really fun art project that we're working on, and we're not going to announce it just yet. No. But we do have a fun art project that we're going to be working on, and it's it's sort of a slow growth. This is probably going to be a series that takes about a year or so to finish. But it's going to be incremental, and it's going to be a very slow grow type of thing, but it's going to be really exciting.
Yep. So That's all we got.
That is all
Right?
we got. So yeah, like he said, make sure that you hit that bell to stay notified every time we upload a video to the channel until we get a more stable upload schedule. It's just real life. He's got kids and a wife. I got a girl. We work full time. So this is our passion and our hobby. But unfortunately, we do still have real life stuff to do too. So until then, make sure you hit that. Ooh, it's over here. Make sure you hit that bell to stay notified
every time.
Every time, dude. Make sure you hit that bell to stay notified every time we upload a video to the channel, so you don't miss out on any of the next Pokemon Masterclass uploads.
Well, until next time, I'm Zero.
I'm Justin.
Class is dismissed.